We're going to look at some of the new stuff from Slot 9, Level 3. And that stuff all involves adding and subtracting radical expressions. So if you come down to problems 9 and 10, this is what we're looking at. And I want to start by reminding you of how we deal with x plus x. And of course, how we deal with x plus x is different than how we deal with x plus y. In the case of x plus x, we have two like terms, and so we can say that their coefficients are 1. And so if you have one x and then one more x, you have a total of 2x. Whereas in the case of x plus y, there's nothing we can really do with that. We just leave it as x plus y because we can't combine. Okay. So you can see that in these two problems. We're going to treat the radicals like we do x and y. So for instance, in the case of number 10, see how we've got a radical 3 and we're adding another radical 3 to it? Radical 3 is like x. So we say I've got one radical 3, and then I've got a second radical 3, and so if I add them together, that's 2 radical 3's that I have total, and there's our answer. We're done. Now in the case of problem number 9, we've got radical 2 and radical 8, and that's kind of like x plus y. They're not the same. The thing that's different about the radicals and the variables is that sometimes we can make them the same. So for instance, if you think about the square root of 8, isn't that really just the square root of 4 times the square root of 2? Oh, well then this is really equal to square root of 4 is 2 times roots of 2 plus radical 2. Now we can see that they have like terms. And so if you have one radical 2 and then two more of them, 1 plus 2, we can combine those numbers and we get 3 radical 2's. Hey, so not too bad. It's just like combining like terms, except for we need to do a little bit of radical work first. So let's go to the next page. And we'll do just a few of these together. So for instance, if you looked at number 11 here, we'd say, well, there's two terms. There's this one and this one. Are they like terms? Well, sure they are, because they both have radical 2's. So I would say that we've got negative 2 radical 2's and then negative 3. And if we put negative 2 and negative 3 together, we get negative 5 radical 2's. Okay? Let's go to number 12. On number 12, we've got two terms, 1, 2. Are they the same? No. So right now we can't combine them. However, keep in mind that radical 45 is really radical 9 times radical 5. And radical 9 is 3. So let's see. So this is 2 times 3 times radical 5 plus 3 radical 5. And I'm going to call 2 times 3 what it is. It's 6 radical 5 plus 3 radical 5. Now we see we've got like terms. So we can put the 6 and the 3 together, and we end up with 6 plus 3 is 9 radical 5. Keep in mind you can always check these things by putting this in your calculator and this in your calculator and making sure that you get the same number. Let's do one more. Let's take a look at, say, number 13. Okay, on number 13, actually, no, I don't like that one. Let's do a different one. Let's do number 14. Yeah. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3 terms on this one. And those 3 terms don't go together. None of them are the same. And so we're going to see if we can change them. Well, the first and the last one don't change, but the radical 24 will. Radical 24 we could rewrite as radical 4 times radical 6. So now we have 1 radical 3. We have, this is 2 radical 6, plus we have 1 radical 6. So this radical 3 is not going to be combined with anything, but here we've got 2 radical 6's. So we can put those together and get 1 radical 3, or just radical 3, plus 2 plus 1 gives us 3 radical 6s. And that's as simple as we can make this expression. All right, so I'm going to ask you to go ahead now and complete the rest of your slot for today.